Welcome to Solar Astrognan. So today's topic is about the Sadaesati sani. So most of the people are afraid of the Sadaesati sani, how the results may come and what kind of problems we can face. So these kind of things all will be running in the mind, and most of the people are frightened about the Sadaesati sani. So now in this video I'll give you a clarity that whichever may be your ascendant, whichever may be your sign, but how to judge the Sadaesati sani, this will be the main focus point of this video. Okay, so take your chart. The Sadaesati sani will mainly it is when the Saturn enters into the 12th sign from the moon, the Sadaesati sani will start, and when it will come to the moon sign, it is called the Janma Shani, and when it is in the second sign, it is called as the Antya Shani, that is the ending part of the Shani, and when it exits the second house, then your Sadaesati Shani is completed. So totally in one sign, Saturn will be there for 2.5 years. So this 2.5 years in one sign, because he will be crossing the three signs. So three signs, that is totally it is coming up to the 7.5 years. So see where the planets are placed in your charts. The main focus area should be on the planets which I am going to tell you now. That is, see where moon is situated, see where sun is situated, see where Saturn is situated, and whichever the signs owned by these three planets, you take them into the count. So if you take sun, the sun is ruled, the own sign of the sun is Leo. Okay, the own sign of moon is what? The Cancer. So then the signs of the Saturn are Capricorn and the Aquarius. And wherever the Saturn is posited in your chart, and wherever the moon is posited in your chart, and whichever the houses fall into the Cancer sign, and whichever the house fall into the Leo sign, so these all the houses will get affected during this Sadaesati Shani period. So how to judge this? So you need to have a basic knowledge about the signs and the houses, whichever the house, what are the significations of the house, you need to have a knowledge about this thing. So to the glimpse, I will give you the sign knowledge, the houses knowledge also. See, the first house is represented by the physical body, the second house is represented by the family, the money and the liquid cash and all, it is represented by the second house. Of course, sometimes it is related to the education also, and the second house related to mainly your resource, whatever the way of income, the source of income, whatever you are having. So that is represented by the second house. And the Cancer sign, usually the third sign, it's represented by the siblings, and which is represented by the Parakrama, we call it as the Parakrama Sthana, the neighbors, and all these are represented by the third house. The fourth house is represented by the vehicle, mother, property. So these all things are represented by the fourth house. The fifth house is represented by children and the entertainment, and all the speculations are represented by the fifth house. The sixth house is represented by the Roga, Runa, Shatru, that is the debts what you are having, and the disease, whatever you are having, the disease. So, and the enemies part. So these are represented by the sixth house. The seventh house is completely that's the business, whatever the business you are doing, that is represented by the seventh house, and whatever your spouse, your life partner also is represented by the seventh house, and that's travel also is represented by the seventh house, that is official travel, it is represented by the seventh house. So 3, 7, 3, 7, 9 and 12, it is all travel houses. Okay, that you need to keep it in mind. And the eighth sign is it is a Randra Bhava, we call it as Randra Bhava. It is a sudden change, it is a sudden transformation sign, eighth sign. And ninth sign is the spiritual part, the abroad travel also we can take. For the educational abroad travel also, it is ruled by the ninth house. The father is taken by the ninth house. Fourth house is mother and ninth house is father. So ninth house is also the institutions where you study, it is also represented by the ninth house. And the 10th house is your profession, and we call it as the Rajasthana, where the entire energy flows into the 10th sign actually. Most of the energy should be on the 10th sign actually, because 10th sign is the Rajasthana. So to become a king, you need to put more of the efforts. So the 10th sign is the total efforts, the efforts you put on. It is represented by the 6th house, and the fruit of that is given in the 10th house. Okay, and the 11th house is all the kind of benefit, all the kind of profits, and whatever the net worth circle you are having, these are represented by the 11th house. And the elder siblings also is represented by the 11th house. And the 12th house, the last but the not least, it is all the expenditure and the sleep, and whatever it's a isolation place, I can call it. It's expenditure part, and it's also a foreign travel place. So this is a brief description of all the 12 signs. So see where the moon is sitting, see where the sun is sitting, see where the Saturn is sitting, and the planets owned rasis, that is the mainly we call the Cancer sign, Leo sign, and whichever the moon sign is, whatever the moon sign is this year, and whatever the sun sign, you need to check that, and the Capricorn and the Aquarius. So all these signs will give a result. So I've given you a description about all the houses. So you need to check from your ascendant. So ascendant is the main thing we need to focus upon. So the 7.5 years, the effect all will be on the whatever the places I have mentioned you. All these places will fall into the effect. Okay, and mainly the father mother, because the sun and moon is represented by the father mother. So son and father mother will definitely get affected in this Sadaesati Shani, and whichever the house will fall into the Cancer, Leo, Capricorn, and Aquarius, these signs will fall into the trouble. These houses will fall into the trouble, and wherever your sun is located, wherever Saturn is located, these all the things will get affected. So I'll take you through an example so that you can understand a little bit more better. So say suppose I'm taking an example of the Sagittarius sign. Okay, Sagittarius sign. So first we'll go with the moon first. So moon will be in Sagittarius sign. Say suppose the moon sign itself is a Sagittarius sign, and now going to the moon sign, that is the main house of the moon, it is Cancer sign. So it is falling in the 8th house, and take the ascendants as a Sagittarius only. Okay, for Sagittarius ascendants, the 8th sign and the 9th sign, these two signs will fall into the effect, because Cancer sign is 8 and 9th sign is the Leo sign. And say suppose the Saturn is sitting in the Virgo, and the sun is sitting in the, say suppose in the Gemini. Okay, so these two signs, the Gemini will get affected, at the same time the Virgo sign also will get affected. So what will be the effect? So I have given a description about the houses. So here coming to the first thing, that is Saturn has now entered into the 12th sign, say suppose, because first we are taking about the Sagittarius sign and Sagittarius ascendant also. So now the moon has when the Saturn comes into the Scorpio sign, the Sadaesati Shani will actually start for the Sagittarius people. So, and when it is exits is when it is crosses, and when it is goes to the Kumbha Rasi, that is the Aquarius, then only the complete cycle of Sadaesati will 7.5 year cycle will be completed. So what are the effects during this period is their father mother will definitely have some kind of problem. It may be health issue, or it may be professional related problem, or it can XYZ reasons may be there, but definitely father mother will face some problem. It may be relevant to the health, it may be related to profession, or it may be related to any other problems also. Okay, that is one thing. And the Cancer sign also is falling into the problem. So the Cancer sign, it naturally it is a 4th house, but it is a 8th house to the Sagittarius sign. So they may face property related issues, and they may have the inheritance related issues also. So this is because 8th house is inheritance. So inheritance related issues also may come to them. And 9th sign, that is mostly the spiritual sign. 9th is the spiritual sign, and it is also the father sign and the institutions also. If at all they are working any kind of institutions, so that may come into the problem. They may change the institutions, and their father will definitely fall into some kind of a problem. That is one thing. And they may go to some kind of a pilgrimage, and where they may encounter different sort of problems there. Okay, that is also possible. And coming to the sun, which is located is placed in the Gemini sign. So Gemini sign is coming into the 6th sign. So for the Sagittarius, it is coming to the 7th sign. So because exactly opposite is the Gemini sign, it is 7th sign. So their life partner may fall into problem. But here one thing you need to observe is the 9th house lord is the sun. So so father business may fall into the trouble. So this is a prediction you need to take actually. So father will start up a business, or whatever the business is running, that may fall into the problem. That is also one thing you can predict. And he may encounter some kind of a problem also. Okay, that is one thing. And the Saturn, which for the Sagittarius people, the second sign, which is second, is represented by the family, speech, and all things. It's represented by the second sign, and third sign also is represented by the Saturn. So the neighbors may get trouble, because third house is neighbors also, third house is siblings also. So siblings may trouble him. Due to that problem, his profession will get changed. Okay, you need to correlate these things now, because why I'm telling, with the problem of siblings he may change or with the problem of the neighbor he may change the profession, because they will give a trouble in such a way that he need to leave the house and go to the other place. So these all the things will happen to him. Okay, whatever it may happen in a different way also, but here we are taking the Saturn is sitting in the Virgo sign, so it is sitting in the Roga Runa Shatru's house, because the siblings may have the health issue also. Due to that reason also his may profession get troublesome, and the second house, due to the family problems also, he may change his profession. So these are the things we need to predict. So I hope I have explained it in a detailed way. So those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. We'll meet in the next video session. Thank you. Namaste.